Hello everyone. Last few days we've been busy with the implementation of our online library into the Students and Practitioners Forum. So let's see what we did. First you will enter the forum with your credentials, and after that, once you enter it, you can enjoy the conversation between the students and practitioners with many different subjects, but also you can go directly to a new menu. Here you can see it, it's the library menu. So let's see what's hidden behind. Here we go, we are in the library. So here you can see the 4 basic folders. The first one is just a temporary folder. All the folders and all the text can be searched. Also, you can use a list view. So when you have lots of documents, it's very useful. But also you can just use the thumbnail view where you can see what is inside of the document as a thumbnail. The first folder we are going to talk about is the arts and energetics. It's still not fully formed idea what it's going to be about. We have much more materials we'll edit. Essentially we want to present the documents and the books about the therapeutic effect of art, and generally about the art, because it is part of the module B. Also you can preview it, or you can just download the book, so you can then upload to your Kindle or just print it out and enjoy it. Alright, so the second folder is a folder about esoteric science and traditional sciences, or traditional thinking on spirituality, energetics, philosophies and so on. So there are many different subjects here. This is one of the books I would suggest strongly to read. It's called Tao Te Ching, and I would say it's the essential for the proper understanding of spiritual sciences. Also here we have some other interesting subjects, and like the subject of the chakras, for example. We don't use chakras, but it's interesting how this entered this arena of energy healing, since it's something that it doesn't exist in a real objective way. But what is it actually? So here you can find out what it is and where it's coming from. Also, if you want to comment, you can comment, or you can just put, so to say, your thoughts about what you are reading at the moment. So this is the biggest folder. It's a folder where we present scientific materials and scientific research. So this is, for example, a folder with a scientific interpretation of the biofield and how we should approach the research of the biofield. And also you can find some kind of overview of the research and the overview of the methods that scientists are using to research this subject. It's very important to be informed of what we know in the science at this moment when it gets to bioenergy healing and the biofield treatments. And also, once you learn how to read the scientific paper, you will be able to go and search for yourself by the references. Of course, that takes time, but it's really pleasure to understand how far the research is going at this very moment. This is the field of mind-body related treatments, or generally about psychoneuroimmunology. So here you can see how it's useful to use the list, because the list really can display more of the materials on a small size of the screen. And it's very useful to see the full title, because in the thumbnail view you cannot see the full title, but you can see the visual interpretation of the PDF. So the next folder we can go into, it's a folder about the scientific papers, where you can find scientific research in the field directly of the bioenergetics, like randomized clinical trials or some cohort studies overviews. But also there is a lot of science about the subjects which don't relate directly to biotherapy or the bioenergy healing or the treatments, but they are very indicative for the future research. So this especially counts when it gets to the physical and biophysical properties of bioenergy treatments. Or, for example, we are very interested in bioelectromagnetics, because this is where we are going to look for in biophysics for the mechanism of biotherapy. So the bioelectromagnetics are the science where we explore the correlation or the influence of the electromagnetic fields on the biological tissue, on the biological cell, or we explore the role of the electromagnetism in the biology. It's very important because this is where we are going to find how this works, what we are doing, how this works, especially in the bioelectromagnetics. So you also can have some very profound insights in how the body works on the electromagnetic level, and also how it's influenced by from the geomagnetic fields to the electromagnetic fields of a technical origin or the biological origin. This is the very special folder where you can find books and essays on science and general science or some specialized scientific subjects. Here you can find texts like this, for example, from Schrödinger, who was a physicist, debating in this beautiful article which is called "What is Life?" debating what is life from the physical perspective. Very profound insights you can find in this article. So here's another books about brain, for example. It's very interesting to understand how the brain works. It's also essential for the Module B. And under the physics, there is this beautiful work from Richard Feynman, which I would strongly suggest to read. It doesn't mean that you will understand it, but this is so profound, and it's very important to read it so that you understand how deep science can go, and how deep science can be how science can be philosophical at the end of the story. Alright, so this is our library. I hope it's pretty clear how it works. Here you can leave a comment, you can request to add a book, or you can just start a conversation. I hope you enjoyed, as I was enjoying making this library and making it available for you, that you will enjoy in reading it, and that you will enjoy studying on every day and gathering knowledge and understanding of the world inside and outside of us, because I truly believe that the knowledge has a transformational power for the society, and it can actually help you in your personal growth. Our aim is to provide the students with education, proper education, and to help the practitioners to have the database to research on their own and to expand their knowledge so that they can grow on their own and become the best of the best in the world.